let's get started with the other eye, but first I'm just going to run through everything else that I have on my face already. For my foundation today, I'm wearing a mix of Dr. Jart's BB Beauty Balm, and this is the regenerating version, which is quite good for sensitive skin. This is the one that you may have heard about that contains snail extract. Take that as you will. Personally, it doesn't really make a huge difference to me, but it's a really lovely beauty balm. It looks really nice on the skin, and then I just mix that with a little bit of Origin's A Perfect World BB, just because this one's a little bit too dark, this one's a little bit too light. Together the textures go well and the colour is perfect. I set that all with my MAC mineralised skin finish as usual, and for blush I used the Earthnicity Minerals Coral blusher. And finally, for my brows, because I wanted to have pretty defined brows, as you can see they're a lot darker than I normally do, this is the Sleek Brow Kit. Now today, obviously this is the look we're going for, so I've already applied the Urban Decay Primer Potion as usual, just to make sure my shadows stay in place. I'm also going to apply a coloured primer, and this is going to be a Shiseido colour, and it's their Shimmering Cream Eye Colour in BR306. It's just a brown, but as you can see it has like flecks of bronze and gold in it. This helps to give the colour something to stick to and also give it a really dark base so that the colours show up really true. So I'm just using that on a flat Body Shop eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to place that all over the eyelid. As you can see, it's a really pigmented cream eyeshadow, but it does set, so you have to work with it. I've just put it all over the lid, and then I'm going to slowly take it up to the crease using the end of the brush, just kind of blending it up there. Blending, is that even a word? Blending it up there. And I'm going to start doing a little wing on the end because we want to get that like sexy swoop. And then whatever's left just on the edge of the brush, I'm going to use that to go under the eye, just to add a little bit of depth. If you have quite hooded eyes, don't be afraid to take it quite high up like I have, because you can always blend it down a little bit. Even with your fingers, this is such a lovely creamy colour. As usual, I like to keep it simple, so most of the shadows I'm going to be using today all come from one palette, and this is the Naked palette. This is the original Naked palette, which is why you can see it's a little bit worn. And those are the Urban Decay shades there. The first shade that we're taking is Smog, just right in the middle. Obviously if you don't have this palette, it's so easy to do this look with the shadows that you already have. All you need is just a shimmery dark brown. I'm going to use that with a blending fluffy brush. This is MAC 139. So I'm just going to get that on the brush, tap off any extra. And what I'm going to start doing, rather than in the usual manner of building up from the inside out, I'm actually going to go around. So right into the crease and a little bit in the inner part, and leave that central area with just that base there, because we're going to put the gold on top, and I don't want the gold to go on a really dark area. I want it to cling to the base, because the cream base makes the shadows really pop, as much as I hate saying that word. So I'm just going to build that up, blend it out, and then carefully under the eye as well. You can use a smaller brush, but I quite like it when it's really well blended, and I quite like to take it down a little bit lower under the eye as well. Makes it a little bit more smouldering. You really don't need this look to be too neat. It's meant to be kind of what bedhead hair is. This is bedhead makeup, if that makes any sense. Kind of like worn-in makeup. So now what I'm going to do is try and tidy up the top. I'm not going to use anything shimmering because we're obviously using quite shimmery colours as our eyeshadow. So I'm just using my face powder on a large brush, and I'm just going to blend that. So at this stage you can fix if you've taken your eyeshadow up too high. You can bring it back down and adjust the shape. I always use a lighter colour under the brow. It doesn't have to be shimmery, but it's just great to make sure that the colours are really well blended. Just like so, and then you can do the same thing on the outside. Just tidy it up a little bit, not too much. Take our gold colour in the centre, and this is going to be Half Baked, which is the one right here, so it's the really shimmery gold. You want to use a fairly small flat shader brush for this. You want to control where you're putting it. Just make sure you tap it off so there's no fallout. And what I'm going to do is press that right onto the centre of the lid. You want to press rather than sweep because you don't want it to fall, and also because that base that we've left right in the centre of the eye is still there, so it should really grab onto that gold and give you the maximum saturation. So we're just going right in the centre of the lid like that and building up that colour, like so. If you feel like you've put a little bit more gold, obviously compare your two eyes. Mine are slightly different, just in shape naturally. You can always go in, don't add any more eyeshadow onto your fluffy brush that you had the dark brown on, but just go in and blend it out and make sure that both eyes are even. Mix of Virgin and Sin, which are the first two colours. As you can see, Sin is my favourite, which I pretty much wear every day as my base colour to work. And I love just putting this right in the inner corner of the eye. You can see immediately how it really brightens and opens the eye up, and there's such natural colours. It's not like a white or a pink, it's really light kind of skin colour, so it's great to just blend into other colours to make them lighter and a little more shimmery. You can see it's just opened up the eye a lot more. It is using the 3 dot Clarins liner. I'm not sure what other brands have these, but I was sent this to try out, and at first I thought this is very strange. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but there are actually 3 separate nibs on the liner, and when you draw it on, you can just kind of dot. If you can see 3 dots, or you can use it just to draw as you would with a normal liner. I don't like really harsh liner on the bottom of my eye. And this looks like almost a harsh liner, but it's not as thick as a full line would be. So what I've started doing, which is a technique I really like, is using this dot liner just on the lower lash line and just dotting it right where my lashes are, or just below. This really helps to define your eyes, and it's so quick and simple to do. You don't have to be very precise, you literally just dot it in there, and immediately you have a really nice bottom liner, but it looks quite natural in terms of the dots being like the bases of your lashes, so like your lashes are really close together. You can also do that on the top of your eye and just dot it along the bases of your lashes, and this works great if you're not too proficient with liquid liner, you're a little bit scared of it. So this is a great way to start. You can just dot it right in there, so you don't need to have particularly steady hands or anything. It's a great way to practice your technique, and if you keep dotting you can build up a whole line, and then once you get more confident you could start drawing a line over those dots as they start to blend into one. So now the last step for the eyes, just to add some mascara, and today I'm using Urban Decay's Big Fatty Mascara. Excuse me if this video is really choppy, but I'm really sick at the moment actually. So every 2 minutes I have to stop because I'm having a coughing or a sneezing fit, and I probably sound quite bunged up. But I just wanted to get this tutorial up for you guys, despite the fact that I've used up about 6 boxes of tissues today. So yeah, I'm just applying that mascara, and you want a good 2 coats. It's quite a wet mascara, but it is very black, and it does lengthen and give you volume. I absolutely love it, but it does take a little extra care to apply because it can get a little bit messy. So now our eye look is complete. I've just put my hair down so you can see the final look. It's quite a sexy eye. When you open it, just when you have your eyes open, or at least when I have my eyes open, you can't really see the gold. It's only when I kind of blink and you see that flash of shimmer. I think it looks really good on any colour eye, especially on light coloured eyes, because obviously it creates more of a contrast. So now the last step is just adding some lippy. I'm using one from the Body Shop. I can't remember the name of this actual formula, but it's just their more glossy colours. They're quite natural. This is number 1, and it's a gorgeous peachy shimmery colour. So it's quite sheer, but it's very creamy and it feels lovely on the lips and smells absolutely delicious too. And then that's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all soon. Last step, just putting on a little bit of my favourite perfume at the moment, which is the Malone Rosewater and Vanilla perfume. I wish that YouTube had smell-o-vision so you can smell it. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I've written about it on my blog already, so if you want to check that out. Do leave me some comments with some requests. I have a couple of different ideas for the next few videos coming up, but obviously I love to hear what you guys want to see, and any requests you have, just leave them below. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I shall see you all soon. Bye.